This is another Double Vision production.
Oh Lord, back that scheme here. Oh Lord, back that scheme here. I think they're jiving me, honey. I think they're jiving me. But I tell you what, I'm setting the iron rule right now. The next person who says something, I'm going to hit him with a sledgehammer. Lord, I got to run home and get a sledgehammer. Okay, all right. Good to see everybody again. Just glad to have you around in terms of fellowship with what we try to do on a regular basis every fourth Saturday. And while Sam is passing the hat for the waitress, I understand we have two now, so again. But let me make a statement that I know they work for $2.30 an hour plus tips, and I know that we are Pearl High family. Keep in mind that tip status is about 20% per ticket, so you use that as a guide. Do what you can in terms of trying to be cordial and gracious and helping these individuals as they help us. Again, I can't overemphasize the fact that Jackie, this young lady, has always provided us with excellent service. She does what she can to help us to feel comfortable in here, and it's always good to know that you have people who have you at their heart. Sometimes you go to these places, I tell people all the time that you can't raise hell, yes.
This is her last day. She's gonna be out there and help her.
No.
She was.
You know, I always say that you cannot complain about, when you go to these restaurants, and complain about service, particularly when you send food back. Be mighty careful, okay? Be mighty careful. Those of us who worked in restaurants and find an irritant customer who send food back, you have the slightest idea how it comes back. So always be careful, keep that in mind. Just be cordial. You can always be cordial and graceful and say this is not cooked right or something. There are some individuals, I almost said that the people are here, but I know they're not here, but there are some individuals, and I've known some in the past, who will go to a restaurant in a group of 4 or 5. And for some reason, one of those in that group will always have a complaint about their service in hopes that the manager will say, well, your food is free. Well, I want you to know that it's not literally free in life, okay? And with that said, and Sam's got all the money back there, we're going to turn this thing over to Mildred and ask her to have a word of prayer for us. Yeah, you're sitting right there.
Let us pray. Most gracious and loving God, we thank you for another opportunity to meet together as a group. We thank you that you have brought us through many dangers. And as we meet here today, let us be in unity. Let us continue to love each other as you would have us. And the Father, when we leave here, we ask that you be with us to our destination and see us there safely. These things I pray in the name of your Son, Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Yeah, Florida.
I want to tell people that some of you know I've been making CDs. Everybody got a new CD player in their new car, and I want to tell you, if you got old LPs, I can take the music out with it and put it on the CD for your new car. So I called a factory in California, they didn't know how to do it. I called Electronic Express where I got it from, they didn't know how to do it. So I used my PhD at Pearl High and put it together, and right now I got, I don't know if you've heard of this before, but back in the 80s, was a guy named Carl Carlton. Played Bad Mama Jamma. That's what this is right here. And if you want some music, it's cheaper to get it from me than it is going to the store and buy it. And my music is better than what you buy in the store.
And you charge $5 for that, right?
Yeah.
That's not a bad price.
That's a good price.
I don't have a car. But I'm in a telephone book. And Melbourne knows where I live at.
You better say no, you have a license.
Okay.
Write it down, I'll give it to you.
And before we leave, if you really want to, hey, give me a call and I'll give you his phone number so that you can contact him, okay? All right. And let me say this.
No.
That's his wife in the corner back there. That's Louise.
That's his girlfriend.
That's my girlfriend.
Every 2 weeks he calls to see how his girlfriend doing. I hope you start feeding
Be quiet for a moment, Ruth G. Every once in a while I slip in the back door. And during the Christmas time I call it the back door Santa Claus. Back door Santa Claus. But with that said, I do want to welcome somebody who's here to do is that is Thelma Davis. Just raise your hand, Thelma. Thelma Davis came to school. Thank you. Thelma Davis came to PearlHigh in 1953. He's one of those few individuals who had an opportunity that all of us had when you entered Pearl in the 10th grade. It's been 1 year, and if your grades were D, F, if your grades were F and below, you go to Fish University. Thelma's qualified. And all of you know that I reverse that. Know that you have to make all A's and score a certain point in order to get into FIS, but there were several individuals who went to FIS. In fact, every year, at least one or two. Who?
Dr. Peg also, I think.
Also, part of that. They, and I shared this with them, I think we stopped the program, or did stop the program, around 1962. So, those who were fortunate enough, yes.
Go ahead and tell me, I want to answer your question.
Those who were fortunate enough were part of that program, and FIS was the host institution, and it made a difference in people who come to Pearl because they really, really wanted that they had to do in order to get a good college. And it's free too. Am I right? Free education. Nowhere do you get that kind of thing.
I was observing something a few weeks ago in which I concluded that most of our teachers graduated from this.
Yes.
Did anybody ever skimmed and scanned that list and their bios? Most of them.
Right. There were several who did. Yes.
What I was going to ask you, we talk about the teachers at Pearl, the students at Pearl, but does anybody ever know what happened to the guy that used to wear the little beanie hat, was a janitor named John? John the janitor, he had a hat. I don't know if that's
Smart. I don't know anybody. I probably know all of them, but I can't remember anybody with a beanie hat.
He used to wear a dirty beanie hat all the time. Looked like
Now, Mr. Smart always had a hat might look in his pocket, so I it's amazing. It's amazing how I know all this stuff because when I went back to teach at Pearl, Mr. Smart was still there, and the custodial headquarters downstairs in the basement. And that's where teachers went down to smoke. And I know that Mrs. Smart had a half-pint liquor because I
Pie and I used to be in shop, but there were 3 teachers that had to take a drink every morning in the shop class.
Okay.
Hey, what pie?
Hold on.
I was just going to say, we were talking about kids, some of them in the J. Galloway Scholarship. I don't know if anybody knows who received the very first.
What now?
Received the very first J. Scholarship to FIS.
Out of the reunion?
I believe it was Blanche. I believe it was.
Oh, now, you know what? That goes back a long way to where I was. We were thinking about 1994 when we, I think, started out with this at the reunion.
No, but I
Think about that, yeah.
I think
Well, that is great. I don't know who gave it to you. Might have been the school. Okay, Fisk. Oh, okay. All right. Now, the other person who's here today that's brand new is a young man who he and I attended Pearl High School together. We were on the basketball team together. And he like me, was slim and trim back then. Oh, we picked up a little bit since then. That's Johnny Petway right here. Johnny And of course, he has his sister Dorothy here, who's snapping every picture that she can do. She's trying to channel 19.
I knew you, but you didn't know me. I spoke to you when you came in, Dr. Bean.
See, they didn't know.
Mr. Pratt.
I don't know, Dorothy, are you going to try to put some of this on 19?
Yeah, it's on now. When Marie was in 62.
Oh, yeah.
Class of 62, I done it, and it's on channel 19.
Yeah, I seen it.
Comcast K.
Right, you right there.
But it's
But it comes on.
Just on Comcast.
You know what? I apologize. It was Dorothy in school, but it's stripped now, baby.
All my life.
By the way, and I have a couple of announcements to make. First, let me indicate those between the last time we met and today that are known deceased members of Pearl High School. There was Arnell Mitchell. I don't have his class. Then there's Alvin Ewan, who was
class of 70.
Okay, but it comes on channel 19.
And that Carruthers Sampson, class of 58. Hilda Fryson Gooch,
Now, I do make tape.
63. And Russell Taze Crowder. I know that many of you back there know Russell Taze, class of 54. Sam, I think you should know. That's Mr. Crowder. I tried to make Russell Taze the son of Mr. Crowder, who was a barber.
What was his name?
Russell Taze.
Yeah, I know, but we was on the county road together.
Like that.
I do have some things.
I have a few announcements. Anybody else? Any other deceased that I don't know about?
Buford Major.
Arnell Mitchell.
Arnell Mitchell Turner.
Is his name Turner?
No, Arnell.
Okay.
Like baby child.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Buford Major.
Hold up. I can hear everybody. Yeah.
Oh, I just want to say, if any of you know Lady Drake is not doing real well. From her card.
I'm glad you told me that. I'll give her a call. Father Red Hannah, she's doing real well.
Yeah.
You know, at one time I was engaged to her sister. Many of you don't know that. I know that you'll know that. But I should tell that too. I didn't tell everything. I didn't tell everything. But I gotta share the truth. Helen, you had something? Yeah. Jackie, many of you know the Smithson family in some way. But Jackie Smithson, pretty good sized family. Jackie passed this week in Chicago. Jackie Smithson, that's all the Smithson family. Craig Smithson. He's also some kin to Mrs. Guttner, who's a Smithson. And along that line, let me say this, that 6 of us, Steve Burton, Edna Earl, Janet, Marva, and Ann Turner, we took time out on Monday, I believe it was, to go revisit 5 or 6 of those individuals who we recognized at the reunion. Ms. Guttner, Miss Martin, Miss Cole, Miss McEwen, and Mrs. Owens. And you know, you'd be surprised of how enthused they were just to have us come back to see them and say hello and share a moment with them. So these are individuals who are 92 up to 102. Mrs. Goodman will be 102 next week, and they're going to celebrate her. And you'd be surprised at how spry they are, how alive they are. I want to be. I promise you this, Anna, if you live long enough, you'll get there. And I'll tell you this too, when Hill, if she doesn't come and see you, shoot her foot off.
Black little boy, right? Melvin is the boy. They like it all right.
Oh, no, I'll tell you what, we do have it last month. Yeah, that was last week. Yeah, right, we did. A couple of announcements real quickly before we give this $1,000 away. Fish fry today. As we speak, they're setting up, getting ready to cook fish up at 17th and Jefferson, class of 61, right out beside the Woodcut. And what's that? The class of 68 is preparing for its annual dance on the Friday, right after Thanksgiving. And the class of 62, that's WC. No, WC. It's 60. Is that class of 1960? You know about it, right?
But it's not open for the public.
Well, she told me it was. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do what anybody who wants to go to the free fish fry today and tell her I said it. You find John Whitmore's house.
Yeah. I ain't saying nothing. He'll say you didn't say it. Said free fish fry. Said free fish fry. They must be selling fish plates now. Oh, really? Okay.
Listen up now. She wants to make an announcement, please.
I came over to town, look at my email.
Good morning.
The Greater St. John Church over there off 26, Herbert T. Brown, one of PHS, wonderful graduates. Anyway, they're having a healthy lifestyle and living health fair today. We got the mammogram mobile over there doing free mammograms for ladies over 40. We have glaucoma screening. We have blood pressure. We're going to have a CPR class, dental, and everything, and free food. You don't have to pay for it like you up here. And it's going to be all day from 9 to 2. So I want all y'all to come out to Greater St. John and participate. And we're doing voters registration. We got a bottle badge on. And what else?
That's it, baby.
Well, I guess I'll sit down.
Oh, yeah. You won something. A couple of them out there, we're going to pull these prize money here. I want everybody to know that Lorenzo Hill, we talked about Lorenzo Hill. Lorenzo's here today. Lorenzo has always used some excuses that he can't get out. You see him today?
Right.
Lorenzo don't use those excuses anymore.
Well, I say my wife's back from picking me up, so that's why I don't come.
Your wife, you know what? On Friday night when we're together, I tell her don't pick you up.
So that's why I'm back, but I heard of them. I know. Hey, what you been doing to your back?
Hurt my back. The only reason why you're here today, we were not out last night. Now, the other, Lorenzo, good to see you. Now, the other thing is that Hancock, Richard Hancock right here, you notice the jacket he has on, that jacket, PearlHigh, that you have on but he's doctored his up. On the back, he has something about some union.
No, that's Masonic.
Masonic. But on the front, he has written up here, Tricky Dick. I have the slightest idea what that means. But I know he has up there, Tricky Dick. I want you all to know that that is that guy. Helen, with that said, let's give away $2 right quick. Would you get somebody to pull? I'll just take the money. Let me pull.
Anybody come by and see you do anything?
All right, let's go. Last three numbers.
761.
Oh, 50 bucks, I can't see. Okay.
Well, we knew it.
Oh, she won it right there. Ain't that something? The lady right there won.
On the second one, the second number. Come out.
Second number is
Let me take that.
792.
792. Oh my God! Lord have mercy. Look at that. All right. What did I tell you? Did I tell you how to look at it? I know.
Let's give me that number.
$35 right in a row.
757.
757. That may not be there.
That may not,
Try another number.
Drill.
757.
That probably said 787.
You got 757.
There it is.
Oh, Bobby had 757. Uh-oh, Bobby. Bobby, Bobby. Well, ain't that wonderful? Stand for the best.
It's wet.
Look, Bobby, they keep it in the family, so they got the share. Yeah, he had it. Y'all got the share now. Y'all got to do, I know you're going to do half it.
770.
Right here.
Okay.
Before she gives the last $5 away, I just want to reiterate one item. Last month when we left here, we stayed here maybe 40 minutes, saw the chit chat. But the young lady Jackie said that there was somebody who left out who didn't pay. Now, I know Jackie, that's impossible. That is so impossible for anybody from Pearl High School to walk out. Now, there used to be a day. There used to be a time that we would go to Shawnee's with 5 O's and 3 of them paid. We don't do that anymore, so please make sure that you live up to your end of the bargain.
Everybody have that ticket. A lot of times you say you didn't get a ticket and you walk out the door. Well, you know you need a ticket if you ain't.
Yeah, right. Go ahead, what's the last one? Is that the last one? What is it?
773.
That's me. Oh, Lord have mercy.
This is 793. I'm 792. Oh.
Now, the very last thing is that what we do have to sell are 2 items. We have the Pearl High watch for this year, and we also have some program book that we have for sale. And you get a bar. I tell you what, if you buy any one of these, this book today is $5. It goes up tomorrow. You can buy this watch for $10 a day. So anybody who wants to do this, you can buy for that price. So we have about 25 of these watches left. We need to try to sell. Okay? And I want to thank everybody for all their help during the reunion. It went off real smoothly. And I think everybody who attended that certainly enjoyed themselves. If you didn't attend, you missed the treat. Now, Geraldine is new chair. She may have a word to say. Geraldine? I know she doesn't have anything to say. I put her on the spot.
Y'all know I don't talk.
Geraldine, you don't want to say anything, right? No, right. Well, let me say this for her. Let me say this for Geraldine. Thelma's, Geraldine Search's new chairperson. I've watched her since she walked in this room today. She's so sad. There's a sad look on her face, tears in her eyes, and the reason for that is that Steve Burton left her and went to Florida when he was supposed to spend the night with her last night. Oh, I tell you what, she's just hurt, totally hurt. That's why she didn't think I was going to say that, right?
Who else is in Florida? Edna Earl?
Oh yeah, Edna Earl left too. She certainly is. Steve took a substitute, right? Listen, it's good to see everybody out again. Hope that next month it's Thanksgiving weekend. No, it's not.
Thanksgiving weekend.
Hey, hold up.
And that's only because they back up the knives in my back. And that is they want me to tell you guys we're going to start trying to organize. I'm not going to have a meeting until January, hopefully. January will be a first meeting. You can get them knives out of my back. And it's everything.
You doing? All right. Dicky doing?
Dicky brother. How you doing, Pat?
Yeah, you know I know you are. Yeah.
You see him every day.
Tell Dick I said hi. You know what? He was the biggest mess in the world. He was so crazy. I mean, one time he had there after he left his wife. I think I told you about this. We used to work at Ford. You know, we used to work at Ford together. And you lived right around the corner from me when I lived on Ringo. Yeah. And so you know what he said? She told him to send her picture. He gave her this picture of a big gorilla. Tell Dick I said hi. Yeah. Okay. Is he still living off of on Matthews Road? Okay. You tell him Drip said hi. You know what? You walked right by me. I saw you at Marita and them's class reunion.
I said, I can't believe that. How you doing?
All right, how you doing, darling?
You want to come back to Greater St. John? Eminem was coming up here. You know my breast cancer group called Sisters. It's next month is August. Okay. And we have a big dance at the Marriott. We're gonna have Sister Willie Johnson and a bunch of people. But anyway, you call us, you come and sit in and see the breast cancer work we do. We're gonna be in breast and salad, knocking on every door, giving out breast cancer and having a cookout.
And that's what you're gonna have over breast. I call you.
But the big event we have is at the Marriott